Alright. It's almost 2 in the morning. But look, man, I have to get this off my chest. Okay. So, in the world today, the El Paso shooting happened. Like 20 people got killed. That fucking sucks. And there was another shooting somewhere else, like this fucking week, and that's terrible. And you know who fucking president comes on TV says, it's video games' fault again. Video games that got blamed for their violence in general, even though there's other things in media that have violence in them and those aren't getting blamed. It's always video games, just all video games in general, or they have guns or not. All violence in video games is bad, and that's the thing that's making people go shoot up places. Like, no, I'm sick of this crap. They always dance around the fact that, like, there's terrible or not as good gun restriction on people who buy them. Also, gun control in general is not good either. Okay, I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, now that I know where I need to be, I can fucking continue. And it makes me fucking sick that, you know, the conservative, pro-gun, right-wing, all those kinds of people, they just refuse to acknowledge that it's the lack of gun control is the problem, and that it's always something else that they blame. They always try to find a scapegoat and just blame that instead of, like, the mental instability of the freaking people who buy the damn guns and go off and do this shit. Like, what? How long does it take for an actual background check? 5 seconds? Like, you'd think it should be extensive enough so that, you know, people who shouldn't qualify for getting a gun don't get, you know, get sold guns, or however they get it. You know, teenagers with, like, some kind of violent tendencies, or, you know, the secluded ones that have, like, hit lists and motives, and I don't know, they get it from their parents who have the guns. Now, as of late, you know, there's incidents like the Vegas shooting where it was an adult who, you know, got all these firearms. Oh shit. And the background check just wasn't good enough. Like, he was still able to get those things and just carry it out. I remember there was a church shooting, I think a year or two back. The guy freaking said he was going hunting. Like, that's stupid as fuck. How did that get by? And that's why they need to be more extensive or more intense background checks, because that's ridiculous. Because, like, someone could just lie about things and everything. Like, they need, people selling the guns need to know, you know, their criminal record, even if they don't have a criminal record, they can still have, like, reports of, like, talking about, you know, killing people, or having a huge list of people they're gonna kill, or, you know, they're fucking announced motives on Facebook, stuff like that. Like, you can't sell it to them if these things are there. But guess who fucking got them? The recent shooters. Like, they're talking about all this stuff just out in the open, and they can just still go pick it up like it's getting milk at a fucking grocery store. But anyway, like I said, they find scapegoats. I remember I was watching Stephen Colbert, and he had one of his editors, or one of his, like, reporters, go out in the field and talk to Texas civilians about gun control. They were like, no, it's not the guns. it's the people killed with guns. So There's no way it could be gun control problem. Just need better. Just need to make sure that they're okay before we sold them the gun. Like, okay, but why? And then his guy freaking asked him, so is it, you wouldn't sell a gun to someone who's like immature, right? He's like, yes, I would. I was like, really, you would? Don't you need to be not immature to have a gun? And the guy was like, you can still be immature, irresponsible, and have a gun.
Talking about
like,
college students who probably haven't matured yet.
Like, this is the shit why this kind of thing happens. Also, this is the best gun.
Yeah.
Speaking of
mature people can
guns,
still be very responsible.
Also, this is a dumb fantasy kids game with like toy robots. You can't tell me that. You can't just blame an entire video, like, media and say that, because, okay, here's my other point. In a perfect world, in their perfect world, excuse me, let's pretend that they outlaw violence or specifically guns in video games. There's pretty much no such thing as an M rating anymore because there's no guns involved. There's no shooting people in general. So, and then I really want to know what they would say if a mass shooting happens again after they abolish all this. What would they blame it on? They have no scapegoat anymore, so they can't just do that. They can't even say that now. I think this is fucking bullshit. And then the other thing is, they come up with their quote-unquote statistics about how there's a direct correlation between people who play with games with what's it called, guns in them, are more likely to be violent. And I was watching Angry Joe and their little news report they got going on now, which is, I think, is great. It's relevant to his channel. Not everything has to do is be a review. Not everything he has to do is a review. So I think it's appropriate that he wants to cover a bit what's been going on in the world of video games anyway. His co-host Alex was reading about how their statistics are, or one of theirs is like a survey where they got a group of children who played Minecraft and a game with like guns or something, and you know, and then they released them into a room with fake toy guns and fake swords, and basically their report was, oh, they played with them and my knee is bleeding. That's cool. I don't even remember what happened. I just went and beat a few guys, and now I'm eating dinner. Jesus Christ, what did I just scratched my knee like a few times, and now it's bleeding. What the fuck? God, what was I saying? Yeah, and their results are so skewed and so terrible, and apparently there's a million other statistics saying how they're not correlated at all. And you know, history is the loudest thing here, because like, are you gonna tell me they can't just say it's because of violence in video games, especially when there were mass shootings that happened and killings even before video games existed. They didn't just start happening as soon as video games came about, so they're already wrong in the historical aspect. You know, games have come a long way since then. Their portrayal is more God, like, accurate's not the right word I'm looking for, just more like, do I have to go to school at night? Why did I leave my house? I was supposed to go to bed. by mom and dad. Goodbye. I'm gonna go sleep in the bed. You know, they become more detailed, is the right word, and graphic. It's not just like pixels shooting each other. It's not like Doom. Doom was the game that said Doom and what's it called? Night Trap. Those Night Trap didn't even have guns in it, and yet it led to the invention of the ESRB. So it's like saying, God, it's like saying the first violent movie. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's like blaming an entire genre of movies instead of just blaming the fact that there's lunatics who are being sold guns with fucking premeditated motives and everything, and they're picking the easy route of just saying, oh, it's this problem. If that were there, then there'd be no gun violence. Like, no, you need to have better regulations and background checks on people, on the people buying the damn things. It's the individual problem. But you know how they are. It's fucking conservatives are like I'm sounding like a fucking hippie, but it's true. A lot of them think that the solution is everyone should have a gun, and that's an even worse thing to think about. They do think that my impression is that they think that even the worse off, like, psychopathic just person, even the most psychotic individual deserves to have a gun because it's their American right. It's like, no, they need to draw the line somewhere. I feel like my wife's got a spy camera. Oh, okay. And a politician wouldn't dare say that it's the fault of these faulty gun regulations, because they're gonna lose the vote of all the voters who that's pretty much it. They're gonna lose the vote of the gun-toting people, which is, I guess, is the majority of the population, unfortunately. What am I doing? What do you want? Robo Center. Okay. How about you go meet me there now? Do I have money? I have $88. I'm gonna go buy shit. I'm gonna go buy a gun. They don't even check my ID because I'm a little kid. Wait, I can't leave the school. Wait, what? Fine. What? Well, they said we could do whatever we want today. Make up your mind. Anyway, I feel like that's the only reason why, you know, Donald Trump came out and just said, you know, it's all these video games, the news has to stop. It's all these video games. I've seen it on the television that the kids are learning violence in video games, and this has to stop. Like, okay, shut up. I definitely know he's being fed that information. Yeah, like I was saying, in their perfect film, I would love to go up to one of them and just say, like, okay, hypothetically speaking, if you took all that and it still happens, then what would you say? And they would go like, well, it has to be something else. It's like, they would just, they're so fucking stupid, and it just sucks that they're the majority, so they're all insane. You need to go to the Robo Center. Why'd I leave the school? And yeah, like I was saying about the other side, where they think the solution is to everyone have a gun. That's a terrible idea, because what do you want? Okay. Is it this not the Robo Center? Robo Center. Robo Center. That's Neo Brain. Oh, there it is. Anyway, the people who think that are the ones who say that because they don't want to be put as the victims. They want to be the person with the gun if the other person has the gun. But the problem is, they wouldn't need to feel like the victim if the fucking lunatic who somehow purchases a gun didn't get that in the first place. If the regulations were better, then no one would need to feel like they fucking need a gun to protect themselves from the person with the gun. Like, it's so ass backwards, and I just can't believe that they think that. Instead of like, I wish the other person didn't have a gun, it's I wish I had a gun so I could shoot them before they shoot me. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I can't even sympathize with that because it's so dumb. Why is that their first conclusion, is that I need a gun also? Like, what? See, the problem is this guy is using a policeman officer costume robot. Hey, whoa. I'm not doing okay. I keep forgetting I can shoot 2 pods. Oh, come on, I had him. Don't fucking... I tried to jump over that. Oh, that's fine. Oh, and the other point is, oh, fucking. The other point is the statistics of other countries. If they're gonna bring up statistics, okay, look at Japan, you know, the freaking video game land central zone, and any other country like Australia or Europe or France, or like, their violence numbers are so down, and they have the same kind of media that we have. We have, you know, movies, violent movies, we have violent video games. And how is it that their mass shooting numbers are so much lower than ours? Are we just a more violent country? Not because of what we have, it's because of fucking gun control is bad. Like, they have higher restrictions than we do, and they have less mass shootings. Gee, I wonder why. But they just won't come to the people, officials, the politicians here, just will not let themselves come to that conclusion because they're freaking idiots. That's not my name. I just made it up. I don't remember this girl character at all. Who is that girl? I am introduced. I'm Polly. Who's Serene? I don't remember Serene. Oh, she's the blonde hair girl. Okay. I don't have any powers or anything. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this. Like, how is it that other countries exposed to the same kinds of video games? The most you usually see is just a name change. Like, I don't know. Instead of like a game name, it's here. It's something else over there. Whoa! Hey! Whoa! That did like 200 damage. That single dash attack. Oh, great. Oh, they have like they have like no defense. Oh, come on. They get knocked down in like one shot. Damn it. Can I get this? I messed it up. How am I losing? They have pretty fast recovery. I was really risking that one. Oh, they have something. They have a better version of the afterburner gun. Whoa! Ah, I tried to block all of that, but it didn't work. God damn it, my own freaking bomb. Jesus Christ. Okay, that worked. I can't believe it. Damn it, dude! Oh my god. I keep thinking, I'm trying to use it like a dodge, and it's actually working pretty well. Why? Why are they so high up? Like, the only thing I can do is get a shot in, and and just like shoot a bomb. Wow, that was pretty dumb. I took a lot of damage there, so I probably didn't get a good grade. DD's nuts. Like, these are all great points, but like, God, it just sucks. Everything just sucks. Even back in the day, like 2 or 3 years ago, I once like said, how many more mass shootings do the politicians need? These politicians who are in favor of it need to see, or where they just go, you know what? Okay, we have terrible restrictions on guns. We need to make it higher, more stronger. I don't know. Like, make it harder for people to get guns. But no, it's something else. Something else is making people do it. It's not their mental illnesses. It's nothing else. It's violence. Yeah, we need to take out all the violence. Yeah, and then when it happens again, then we're gonna say, like, God, fucking idiots, stupid, fucking idiots. I just really need to get that off my chest, because I can't believe they do it. They blame violence in video games again, because that's what they did in the early 2000s. Like, oh yeah, like you're gonna call it the terrorists who was fired by violence in video games. Yeah, okay, God, I'm not going to just give it to you. You have to take it from me. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna do this, because I have some editing to do anyway. This time, I'm actually going to try. Who is this character again? Oh, she has a little mermaid. Getting the dioramas is only good for making dioramas, or getting the stages or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna waste like $5 doing that crap. Get deleted. Okay. Oh my God. This little girl has got some problems. I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. Oh, but my strategy of using it as a dodge doesn't work quite well, because since you're always locked on to the enemy in this game, there's only a 2-player. Any dash attack you do will automatically go right towards them. Oh shit. Like, you can't just change the direction of it, it'll just go in their direction. Damn it. What is that gun? Oh, the needle gun. This girl's gonna kick my ass. But ain't nothing wrong with that, that's progressive. That's progressive, I used to say. The thing is, they have a better dash attack than me. Jesus! God damn it, I hit the wall. Go, my cockroaches. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I can't believe both those things hit. Disappear! The meteor storm gun. It's like a shotgun. Damn it, got D again. Okay, what do I get from this? Anyway, here's your gifts. Wow, I get to go to the arcade. Okay. Alright. Isn't this the arcade? What? Okay. I don't want to go home, but I guess I'm going home. Alright. And instead of saying, okay, you're right, it is mentally unstable people we're selling guns to, let's have higher background checks, or better background checks, so they don't get sold those guns. And instead their response is to figure out how to sell it guns to these people, get them help so that they can buy guns later. Like, no, they can't. This person with this background cannot have guns, period. And they it's like, why can't they just fucking admit it, that this is the problem, not everything else? I mean, I know why, but I just don't like the answer. That's basically it.
In Texas, it only takes 4 hours to get a concealed handgun license.
Wait, 4 hours to learn how to shoot a gun?
Right.
4 hours!